It's Cherry here, back with a new video. Haven't been about for a while, trying to sort a few things out in my life. It's got to a point where it's become very unmanageable and I don't know, I'm stuck in this vicious circle. Like, it all started with drug abuse with tablets mainly when I was 20 and I lived with my partner we shared a flat and he had schizophrenia. And I looked at his tablets and I didn't really think anything of it back then. I was still young and I wasn't really interested, and I didn't even start smoking till I was 18. So all these things they sort of happened at once. But today I'm going to talk about the things that are affecting me, and this is very hard for me to do because I don't really want to admit it. Like, I've been trying to hide it from myself, which I'm only fooling myself with it. I've ended up in hospital by doing cocaine and heroin together, ending up with like abscesses on my arms and abscesses on my legs and burning my hands with lighters. And then once when I injected it, my eyes went cross-eyed, so I thought I'm going to be cross-eyed for ages. That was one of the most scariest things. And then recently I've ended up in hospital and had a serious operation. Like, I'm more in touch with the American news, I feel, because I grew up with it by watching like MTV, so I don't feel like I'm saying it because I know there's a massive opiate problem in America. I know I'm English, but I relate to it a lot more, if that makes sense.
What has brought you to this point in time today whereby you feel like you want something different?
Just from seeing the people around me, older people in ridiculous situations. It's not so much that, it's the way Nicky Six talks about it in his book The Heroin Diaries, which I recommend to anyone, even if you're not a drug addict. That's such a good book. It's the fact that you feel ill, and if you have this magic thing that's in a needle or on a spoon or on a bit of foil, is going to make you feel better, and that's the bit I hate. I hate the fact that I know in a few seconds I'll feel alright, or if I take a few tablets I'll feel alright, but I don't want to live like that, because now I'm planning, not with the drugs, the hard drugs, but with the drugs I'm prescribed and the ones I buy on top of that, which is costing me so much money, more than, like, it's getting me in debt, and I'm just in this circle, and I don't even want to talk to my friends anymore. It's like got to the point I'm asking my friends for money all the time. I feel so, but at the same time when I ask them, I feel so much guilt about it. It's awful. So I'm not enjoying any process of it, because I think once I get the tablet, I'll go out and do things, but I don't. I just end up, and that's the bit that pisses me right off.
What do you think you have to do to bring about change in your life?
Well, what I've done so far is, like, yesterday I really did try and cut down. I didn't have any Zopiclone, which is the main thing I'm addicted to. I haven't had any of them since Wednesday, which has been so difficult, yeah.
And how has that felt?
Hurts my ankles really bad. It just makes you feel lethargic, not wanting to do anything. It's much worse than a heroin withdrawal. I'd take that any day over this, yeah. I have my methadone to stabilise me, which does really help, I think, yeah. There's just a lot of problems come up, and it's made me just think about it. That's what it is. Like, before it was just like, oh, here's your script, go and do this. We're not going to talk to you. But now they're doing these welfare calls because of this COVID. They don't trust me, and I opened up to someone I wish I hadn't, really. This is what I regret. I'll open up to people about it, and then I'll go back and do it. And then I think, just keep it to yourself. But I'm not that type of person. I can't keep it to myself.
So what do you feel is different this time around? What's making
something in my head, yeah. And I feel like people I talk to don't understand it. Like, they're all like, say, heroin addicts, yeah. They don't get the pill thing. They just think, oh, she'll be all right. And Graham just leaves me, and they go, please go and get these tablets for me, because I feel like absolute hell. I just feel like no one takes it seriously over anything. Like, if it was heroin, they'd be like, oh, boy, here you go, have some of that, you know? But when it's this tablet thing, it doesn't get taken as seriously because it's a doctor's thing. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I feel like I was overweight in 2017, and then when I got with Graham, I lost a little bit of weight. Last year, I was going to the gym, so I was probably a bit slimmer. It's starting to, like, in my face I can see, you know. Yeah. And then I got so depressed because I went to this, like, weight group through the doctors, and I didn't believe that was my weight. Like, I was completely in denial about it, and that's what gets me. That's really what gets me. I don't feel like I'm eating anymore. I feel like it's, I honestly feel like it is the tablets. A few friends have said to me, my best friend's got anorexia, and I've said to her, I wish I had your figure, and what a thing to say. When I first took drugs, I took loads of MDMA, and I lost about 2 stone in about a month, yeah? And I didn't even need to lose weight at this point, yeah? And I was so unhappy. Like, I was at my skinniest, and I was really unhappy. So I do not think it's about weight. It is something in your head. At the beginning, like, it was like, oh, this trippy feeling. I used to, like, it was so weird, like, with sleeping tablets, they're hypnotics. I thought they're not benzos, they're not, like, Valium or anything like that. But they make you see things. Like, I ended up thinking trees were people, all sorts of really trippy stuff. It was a nice feeling to me, but now it's stopped and I don't feel that. I feel it a bit. I feel like, oh, I feel more confident. Then I end up sending messages to people that I regret. And that gets me into trouble, do you know what I mean? I'll say something like I mean, and then I think, oh my God, what have I said? That gets me into a lot of trouble. Get rid of my anxiety.
Is that both of the pills, or all 3, or one in
The
particular?
combination. If I have just one of them, it doesn't do anything really. It just makes me, relaxes my back probably a bit. But I've taken them, like, they make you really confident and make you, I don't know, they do it. That's the pregabalin. But if you mix them with the zopiclone, which is my bigger problem, definitely, Graham hates the person I become. My partner hates the person I become, but I feel like it's the person I want to be. But with my long-term goals, I don't want to have children. Like, I just want to be, like, able to just enjoy a day without thinking about a tablet. It's not, like John Lennon said a quote, it's like he got told, what do you want from life? And he was just like, to be happy. Like, nothing in particular, just to feel okay. And I think anyone with a mental illness would say that.
So that's quite a realistic goal, isn't it?
Yeah, because, like, Kanye West's going through a manic episode at the moment, and it's just awful, like, and they just, like, don't take anything he says. I feel really sorry for him. He's, like, trying to run for president. He's just, you know, they get, like, grandiose ideas and stuff. I never used to feel empathy until I was about 20. Never. I didn't understand empathy at all. And that, I was really
upset. And do you now?
Yeah, because, like, I couldn't understand someone else's pain and feel it. Like, I think that's a personality disorder thing, though, because I've, like, read about it. Like, getting into someone's head, like, you can imagine it, but can you feel it? That sort of thing. Like, you can imagine what they're feeling, but you don't feel it yourself. Do you know what I mean? But you really want it. Like, but I'm starting to now, and now it's too much.
So, what kind of feedback would you like from your videos?
Just other people's, like, experiences with it and how they've managed to get off, because I've never done longer than 2 weeks of anything, you know, and I went to rehab, I did that for 2 weeks, and because I was quite numb at the time and I was on antidepressants, I just didn't think it was the right time to do it, and I wasn't even an addict at that point. I really wasn't. Like, I wasn't really using that much. I was using, like, I don't know.
So 2 weeks seems to be a little bit of a hurdle for you to get over then.
Yeah.
So...
Money.
So...
Any sort of money. It's like... It's not like I'm materialistic, though.
So do you think you can get past the 2 week hurdle?
And do what, though? That's the thing.
Well, you're saying that...
I've got my dog, and that does get me out a lot and doing things that I wouldn't usually do. Like, when I feel bad, I think, oh, God, some more sugar. Ask my mum if she wants to go to the woods or something. And usually, sometimes she does, but if she's working. But I had to have her to have sugar, because, like, sugar gets really upset when I'm sad, and I didn't want her to have to keep going through it. I want to start, like, doing my art again. Because I have done some really good, my bedroom has got some nice pictures and stuff, and I sketching, but I just, like, and Graham, he always finds these, like, weird things, but he's found, like, these, like, masks and, like, artist models so that you can, like, learn how to draw different things, you know? There's, like, a man who's like that, and I said, it looks like me when I'm on drugs. No, honestly, it's just like that, and all you can see is like his feet, and then there's like a mask, and its face is like that. But I want to paint them all, and I can't find like my white paint, which is annoying, which is like a massive one. But then I think if I paint them, will they look well? I don't know. So I want to get some pins, and you know when Mandy used to have like those masks on the wall. I always remember them as a kid, and I want them around my house. Like, my house may be messy, but Mum's like, it is really quirky. Like, I've got interesting things in it.
So, just to finish off with then, what kind of feedback did you say you'd like from the viewers out there?
Like, how do you, like, maybe I think I'm in denial about the whole D word I don't like saying, which is depression. Because my house is like a shithole, and that's what upsets me big time. I don't know what I want. I just want to feel okay. That's all I want. That's all I want. Nothing else. I'm not bothered about anything materialistic, nothing.